Good evening, Free Enterprise fans. Welcome to Monday's Community Race Night. We have the Lunar Racing Club flags tonight. How are you doing, Eng Dave?
Oh, I'm doing great tonight. Having a little chuckle at the great pun on Ryvon's naming scheme.
Lots of good naming schemes today.
Oh, and we are doing the Lunar Racing Club, a throwback to one of our first clubs. I honestly never played this. I joined community after this club had run its course. How about you?
Yeah, no, I joined a little too late for it myself. It'll be interesting to see. Looks like today's extra objectives are trade away the rat tail and defeat Kinazo.
Okay, now we do need to do all four of these, so we're gonna need a hook, we're gonna need a rat tail, moon access, and to track down a turtle.
We can only hope that that's behind the moon access, both of them, because it is K-Moon and K-Unsafe today.
And what do you think? Maybe a nice little fatal eye fight on the way there?
Oh, that'd be lovely.
And we do have our racers on stream: Rex Banner, Judge Joe, Fiery Blizzard, and Ryvon. All four great runners in the community. And we're joined by our restreamer Cubs Rule, Attract Being Discovery. And they're gonna be pushing out, doing all behind the scenes stuff, make sure everything appears so the two of us could just, talk about the seed or whatever we feel like talking about.
I like talking about vanilla. We can hope for some vanilla today.
And
Especially with these.
We got one scoop to start already.
Yes, I do like it, and it's a very pretty bit of vanilla, too.
I think this turns into is it the FF1 or the Bart sprite when he promotes?
I'm not entirely sure about that. It looks like we're ready to go and find out who's with him.
A Dark Knight and a guy with a bonk stick.
I see Lukiki and some flavor either of Rubicant or Elements.
It's a nice kit. And I like the illusions. The Stardust is nice.
It is loaded.
So how fast do you think our runners are going to try to go up Ordeals to get that Cecil online?
Well, since it is K free, they don't even have any incentive to go. It's C free. I think you might do a little quick looting, but you're going to head right there, I think, immediately for your first with a Sid.
At the Divergence, Ryvon and Joe both deciding they want Water Pass. Fiery Blizzard looting out Dampsian, and Rex Banner going for the Evelyn play.
Yeah, if we had Rydia or maybe Edward or one of those that you need a little XP to get online, they'd probably take a boss or two first, but I definitely see them heading straight after looting to Ordeals.
Yeah. And Fiery Blizzard showing us just how fun the T-Junk flag is, showing us an Eagle Eye, Eye Drops, and a Staff.
Even better, with the S flag, it is cabins, but they are at least free.
Now, what kind of cabins would you like today? Would you like some, Baron brand cabins? Maybe one of your cabins with a little extra punch and go to Fabul.
With this flag set, I think you want the Hummingway cabins.
So a little lunar flare in your cabins, I see. Nice pull on Joe's side. That black sword's going to be great for DKC.
with the Black Sword, I may actually myself spend time looting around on the surface and maybe killing a few bosses first before heading up Ordeals myself.
And that is the best weapon you're going to find for Cecil until he becomes less this. Our tracker beauty is saying there's a poison axe in Evelyn, so Fire's got a nice active sit, as will Rex. Or Rex has it, Fire hasn't been there yet.
Looks like Odin's taken a shower today in the waterfall.
And we're going to get our first character check. It's our favorite punch mage, guarded by Leviathan.
Bit of vanilla there. I think with this party and this flag set, especially with the T-Junk, Young is more useful than not.
Yeah, all he needs for power is levels. And we have three of our runners have all decided to take off Leviathan. Rex just getting finished with Evelyn. And Rex has decided, I want a paladin now.
None of them seem to have any problems getting through Leviathan.
I guess with the Poison Axe, Ninja had Strength Ring, this is a very reasonable play. Stage should be able to carry through this mountain unless something extremely rude shows up.
Found an Elven Bow that will help with getting the back row, which I believe we have on.
We do, and the good news is we found a Dwarf Axe too, so... And it works just as well the back row party.
See, Judge Show found a Sylph, which if you find Eurydia, that would be useful. And Water Hag has taken over the Antlion Den.
Yeah, good news for us, bad for our runners. One of the freest bosses can be out of the pool already.
And Rex Banner has found our bonus of D-Mist up on Mount Ordeals.
It looks like with the amount of damage we're doing on Sid, it's probably going to be 2 cycle.
Yeah, I think so.
Everyone else
through Water Hag.
Everyone else kind of, forming a little orderly line right down into the Water Hag fight.
For a package, which, since we are on a boss hunt, could be useful, but also for the character with C no dupes, Stink 7, and C no Freon.
That package is interesting. I think you have to check it right away. It's a gated character. We do have Fusoya and Edge restricted, and getting an early either of those, yes, such a huge pickup. Speaking of rude bosses on Ordeals, here's Back Attack Leg.
And in Miss Cave, we only have Shura, which is nice to see there. Oh, and a vanilla Rydia with the package.
And Floating Jerk 1, Rex Banner 0.
our tracker asking if we're sure about having the vanilla characters or not. We've only seen one so far of the 3 characters we've seen that is not vanilla. And just a couple of guards in Fable.
This is a rough fight with just 2 characters.
And
yep, we're gonna knock the Cecil down, coming with just Sid.
Once again, 3 of them all at the same spot.
Or
in line.
Or knock the Sid down, coming with just Cecil. You gotta, so we can reset the play, so we can reset count and try to have play count itself out.
Looks like he's knocking down Cecil, which is the correct choice, I believe.
And this way you can, your first action will be to wall Sid, and then life Cecil to bounce a count back on Plague.
And that is the pass, which is interesting in this flag set to get from Fable there.
Veil Cecil 2, that works. You just need to get a wall on someone so the count goes back.
Looks like Fiery and Riben are heading up Mount Ordeals themselves now.
With the extra character, this Plague becomes slightly less of a problem, but I think it's going to trip up everyone, because you generally want to come to this spot fast anchor. Unless it's exactly this.
Judge Joe's deciding to go around and loot some chests.
And Joe has decided to choose Baron in. We have Mike and Edward having lunch.
Yep.
This reasonable.
And the count finally has not been reflected. Do you possibly bounce out of Ordeals to go check what's at the Themis spot from Rydia's mom after, if you see the Plague and fall?
Possibly. Or you just do that and Plague counts itself out.
Nice.
And speaking of Ordeals fights, here's Mylon and friends in the second spot. So good job of recognizing how to get through that Plague fight. Over on Joe's side, we have Mylon and friends just doing their thing, dancing in the inn. Fire Blizzard and Rybon both through the D-Mist. Let's see how they handle the Plague.
Rex Banner picking up only a big bomb from Ordeals, but getting his Paladin.
And the Paladin's the real reward here. And that demist.
And another free enemy in a free spot.
Yeah, you love to see it as a viewer. Also, we're running out of place to check, so either that demist or this Baron Inn has to have some sort of progression. Fiery Blizzard and Rybon both choosing to use a kamikaze to knock someone down. And you get the wall up. Rybon's got the count reflected, and now you could just wait, knocks it down, let play count itself out, or just DPS it down. On Joe's side, Mylon gives the "Oh my body,"
And that's the final gas sound. We can see what's here with Edward.
Good thing a Cure 2 is queued up. Have you ever been punched by one of those ghasts?
Yes, you don't survive. And that looks like a lunar staff.
A lot of locations, those ghasts just hit you for 9ers and call it a day. It's gotta be demist with progression. Where are we going next, Rex?
I'd love to see it.
That is going to be a hard required twin harp. So, great news to all fans of music everywhere. We are getting required music today.
That makes me happy. Looks like Rex is exploring and hoping to not have to go dive the harp.
This might just be peeking for the turtle. It had to be a turtle peak. Rex already knows where Demist is. Rybon will be shortly soon after finding out the news that music is required.
Looks like Judge Joe must have not saved with the demist.
Yeah, Joe just charged straight ahead and ran directly into a flying jerk. And I think Joe's got the black sword on, so that stuff was fast anchored. Which again, exactly where you don't want to be when there's a back attack plague.
While
Joe
we
going
have,
for this. Oh, go ahead.
I was saying, while we have had a few people check and see that Rydia is the character package, none of them have actually looked at the boss to find out if it is the required Kinazo or not.
Listen, that package boss and I have history, we'll say. Yeah. Yeah, how How exactly did I get knocked out of the upper bracket in VG5?
Yeah, it's definitely a spot to check, I find.
Joe going with the strategy of knock someone down to set up for an easier count. And Rex Banner deciding, yeah, third character seems nice. We'll take this monk.
I do find that doing the odd play can often help, especially in a case where, even if you didn't realize it, 3 of your opponents are all pretty much doing the same thing. So, checking that package and seeing it's Kenazo early on like this could give you a lead.
Honestly, if you checked it early and it's Kenatsu, you probably just outright win the group race. Like, it's not just a good lead. Most people are going to last location that.
And Judge Joe's through the Plague too.
Everyone through the back attack Plague. That's good to see that. That can be a hard wall for at times, especially depending on your party's composition is.
Rabon using that big bomb from Ordeals to take care of the gas.
Violent's going to punch a little bit. And by punch a little bit, I mean the punches are actually hurt.
Showing Yang what the real punch mage is.
Unless, let's have... Etsu's got some armor. He only took 5 at this spot. And Rex Banner now getting the... I'm not quite... No, I think no one has the news that we have that, yes, you are going to go to music.
Not quite yet, no.
And our runners are all... Our runners are all neck and neck, just clearing up the last of our Series 0 checks.
And that's the My Body on Riven's side.
Fiery just getting into that fight. Rex Banner just starting the Baigan fight. And Joe now fully aware that progression is behind that Demist. Or before going to Harp, Raimon has decided he wants to go play the Crystal Sword Lottery.
Well, Castle Sword often has crystal swords. But we do know this time Cecil is in the party, so you're not going to find any.
You'll find 3 things with the word crystal on them. I'm thinking a helm, an armor, and a ring.
Oh, I would go with the gauntlet instead, just to really annoy people.
I was feeling a little generous.
Judge Jill also dipping into Evelyn.
And you got the guy, you got some hourglasses. You may as well look for a stick. Well, didn't Rybon did Rybon reset after finishing Baron in?
No, I think he went straight to Evelyn.
There's no bard in this party.
Oh. That's interesting. I guess you didn't
Also,
on Edward.
Also Cecil's base level.
Everybody has been through, and it looks like Rex Banner also is resetting.
Yeah. Also decided bards are too stinky for this party.
And Rex Banner also heading to Evelyn.
We're all playing the lottery because we have the guy. This may also be just for a few levels. Joe found a strength ring from the first chest. And Rybon finding a white spear.
Having already seen 5 of our distinct 7, that may not end up being used.
So one more shot at the lottery. What's Black Cat Lamia have for us? We saw on Joe's side, Stalemon Skull give a strength ring. We are seeing great use of the life glitch from our runners, trying to pile the XP onto this party right now. And yes, the Black Hat Lamia chest gives almost as much, I think might be a little more than the Mad Ogre chest if you life glitch them.
And just a Masamune for an edge that may or may not even be in the seed.
Okay, the real reward so far has been the real reward is going to be about the 27,000 XP we walk away from this castle carrying. That'll go a long way towards helping once K Magnus gives us the Darkness Crystal and there's a dupe, I don't know, say Cecil on the Moon.
So,
Gamer, I honestly don't know how much I would play the lottery. Maybe if you get Darkness immediately, maybe take a swing at trying to like something out of hair dryers or Blast Arm.
I mean, like I said before, my version of the lottery would be head through, pick up that Rydia package. we have seen a Sylph orb already, so it's not like she's worthless. We know she has that.
That's very true, and it might be the only in-combat healing you have on the moon aside from Paladin heals. True in chat at the doggo.
And it looks like Rybon will be the first one into the cave here to show us progression.
But I think before we get shown progression, we'd be shown something more important. Or
One of the, what is it? We're over 400 something songs now?
we're at a lot of songs. I've lost. It's more than 20 songs. I can't count them.
Do you have any favorites that you're hoping to see pop up?
Ooh. I could go for some, I don't know, Secret of Mana music tonight.
Yeah, I like Secret of Mana too.
Sorry, Erupt, this is hard required. It's got a progression. Go yell at Ali.
I do like there is one from SMRPG that we might hear here as DJ Spoonie Bard plays a song and we go silent. And that was the final real free boss here. Dark Knight Cecil just sort of throwing at us.
Okay, that harp was everything I could have wanted in a harp check. Great music and more trolling our runners because now they know that the last of the freest bosses out of the pool.
Yeah, they've already even seen the guards, so they won't be able to just pop right through those. And even better, it's the Baron key. So we'll see what's here, whether it's Ruby or the elements.
It's not be unsafe, so we know our logical progression has to be through the throne. Alley, we've not seen Dimps nor we've seen Officer Soldier. Those are the only free bosses left. I guess Golbez and Bahamut are free depending where they show up.
And we have some nice leg going on here, but I don't think they'll last long.
No free bosses is not on, so DKC is just weather 3 waves and you're done.
It looks like Fiery's about to give us the final rendition from Harp today.
One more Maxis theme for everyone. One final speech about justice, and we are joined by another monk in very well. We're bound to fight dupes eventually.
And Rabin will be the first one to show us what's in a little trash can here.
What is our progression?
And while we aren't required to have progression through the Odin throne, Case Summon is on, and it could hold something important.
I'm hoping for darkness here. How about you?
Well, I was hoping for something more entertaining that makes them throw their fists up, but it is darkness.
Well, our options were Earth Crystal, Darkness, Hook, or Magma. That was it.
I always love to see a hook. Currently, 2 now of our objectives are open. And depending on where Kinazo is, 3 of them. You still need the hook to get the rat tail.
Our restreamer Cubs were pointing out the Magma could be in the basement. That would just mean the hook would be our logical underground access, but there's nothing stopping Magma being down there.
K unsafe.
Right. K unsafe just means the moon can gate at your underground, but it does. But your other underground. Oh, I see what you're saying. It has to be up there. No, K unsafe just means it could be up there. It doesn't mean it has to be up there.
I mean, where else would it be at this point?
Baron basement. which is normally gated off by be unsafe, but that just means one of the two has to be on the moon.
True.
And there is nothing in logic stopping the other one from being in the basement.
Looks like Judge Joe may be giving us at least a look at the boss, which is, I think, a good idea to face check here.
Could be a turtle, could be a Bahamut, which is free down here, or Golbez is also very free down here.
And the moon altar dais there only holds a dupe Cecil.
Hey, didn't I call that like 20 minutes ago?
Oh yeah, you did. Ooh,
Also,
Magic Sisters.
That is the opposite of free down here. These spells are gonna tickle.
Mute Arrow and Elven Bell, I think, may be your best shot.
No, those spells are going to hurt.
Yeah. When that's your best shot is... Yeah, Mute Arrow and Elven Bell is your best shot here. You sort of want to hope that you found a pocket somewhere, but I don't see it.
Joe's gonna take a shot at it. You could try Life Potion Roulette your way through this. I expect to see a Battle Speed 3 at minimum play.
Looks like he went down to 3. Meanwhile, Ryben is showing us what the hairdryer chest holds.
Yeah, beauty. The problem with the Aegis Shield is it's not the punches I'm afraid of at that spot. Aegis Shield doesn't, or only to a magic defense. It's not going to do too much about the high power second tier elementals you're about to take. Yeah, throw on some Dragoon gear to cut those in half. You're in much better shape. Mute Knife, on the other hand. Hey, don't use that Stardust Rod we just found? The Iridia we left behind.
Yep. I mean, I'm a huge Iridia fan, so I'd always pick her up, and who knows if that was an answer.
And here we go. We're going to take a swing at these Magus Sisters.
So, would you be doing the moon just heading straight to your objectives, or would you go and peek somewhere else first?
I would want to peek a little bit, I think. Yeah, Joe's got the right idea here. You got to take the front sister down. Those spells, you saw it just hit the Sid. And Mindy's down. This fight just got a lot easier.
And looks like Antlion at the Murrah spot there.
Some good targeting. Hits the one guy you can tank the hit. I believe Remedy's next.
Gotta hope that you don't have an accidental sister grind here.
Rex decided, yeah, I want that bard.
And there's Mindy up.
And I think at this point you gotta get Cindy down. That's a 4,000 point virus.
Well, he is keeping everybody up at least. So our first look at the required ribbon room here.
And what we got down here? We got
And it's simply me change Dark Elf.
not a terrible fight.
So what are you hoping to get out of those chests? I'm thinking, you know,
If
it
I'm
would
a
be
runner,
nice.
I'm hoping to get a big shiny out of them.
Yeah, I'm hoping maybe get at least one of the Hook or Rat Tail. Be nice to get both, of course. Looks like Rex Banner is either at least getting Rydia or checking the package at least.
And Joe will be through the sisters. I think everyone's walled, so Charm's gonna miss.
Meanwhile, Fiery is launching the big whale on his own. And Judge through.
Rex has decided to take the Rydia, so we're gonna see what's behind Rydia too.
Judge getting the adamant for that.
Okay, half a forge. It is vanilla forge, so that will be an Excal.
There's a possibility Rex isn't going for the Rydia, is just looking to face check for Kanazo and would reset out if it's not.
Now, do we have any hourglasses left on Rybon's side? Because part 2 of this fight could be trouble if you don't have any dragon slaying gear or a way to stop it. You are on a clock.
I don't know. I'm trying to remember if he used them. Oh, just the officer guard, and Rex isn't resetting, so I guess he's wanting that Rydia.
And this is a play for the Rydia. Probably with the Sylph Orb once something resembling a healer.
I see that Diathis has taken on a different name today, rolling the seed.
We've had a smidge of vanilla, just a little bit, then a little more, then we just said heck and dumped the whole bottle in.
Rex deciding to pick up a stack of cabins.
Gotta make sure everyone's healed up a bit for this phase. And oh, that punch hurt.
Does have a Silk Web at least, and an illusion.
Okay, neither of these characters have elemental resist, so that Dragon Breath is doing a quarter of their max HP every time it comes out.
And we get a reset.
That's with no healing, or with limited healing, you are on the clock in that fight if you can't stop it.
Ooh. And a Val at the
Rex?
White Spear Altar. You're not doing
Are
that.
you? Are we gonna get a Mac Giant grind on Rex's side? Sorry, I got distracted. I saw Rex taking encounters inside Ordeals. We don't have the characters for Demon Machine. I think this has to be a Mac Giant setup.
It has to be. And Elements is at the Masa Altar today. Another of the required spots. That's whoever ruled this is cruel, just cruel, and I love it.
Speaking of things that are gonna hurt, Ruby phase there. If you don't have Big Sling gear to skip it. Yeah. If Ruby phase gets to fire 3 there, you just die. You're not walking off that fire 3.
No.
I believe that spot has 127 magic.
I would have to look it up, but I think it's up there.
It's mapped. So 32 rolls, fire 3 equals ow. There's your math on stream for the day.
Ironically, going and finding out what's in cave value may be the best choice right now. Looks like Rex Banner is going to the Giant.
Yep, we saw Rex Banner standing or doing a encounter manipulation in front of Baron Castle. So most likely be turning encounters on. I think it's in this first room, or is it the second room? It's the room. I think it's this room. And we should get an encounter with a single searcher. Or alert, sorry. Yeah, searcher. Give the searcher a good whack. And out comes a Mac Giant.
I'd have to look at the spreadsheet, but you do need a couple of Mac Giants for this.
Oh, if we're taking Rydia all the way to Nuke, I think it's 8 with life glitches off the top of my head.
It's also a base level Edward.
Concussed. A Mac Giant grind is basically the same idea as a D-Money grind, just Mac Giants instead. You basically just need some sort of machine or dragon slaying gear. Or not dragon, machine or giant slaying gear. So Ogre Axe, Earth Hammer, Charm or Thunderclaw. Thunderclaw preferred. Charm Arrows. And ideally, you have a Cecil with some sort of giant resist, like a Zeus Gauntlet would be amazing here. Rybon, I think, is taking trap chests looking for levels and or gear.
Which is pretty interesting.
Fiery and Joe both decided they're going to play with the Dark Elf.
We'll see if either of them can get through it. So, if you're Rex Banner, do you bring Yang back up, or...
At the end of the grind, you pick up Yang and Rydia. Eddie's going to be the anchor of this party.
Oh, absolutely.
Yang is still more than strong enough that he's worth it, especially because you're about to infuse him with probably in the neighborhood of 500,000 XP. Rybon through the value. Go on, Rybon, use that siren here.
So, what's the weirdest grind you have ever seen?
I've seen in a tournament race an orb grind.
I don't know. I don't think I saw that one. That is definitely weird.
I believe it was CPU in the ribbon room.
I've seen Clapper, and even one time I saw a reaction grind.
Or there was a club race. It was when we had the Wacky Races Club. Commander Leonhardt was just short of warp after doing Dwarf Castle and did an armadillo grind on the chests in there because the Something Worth Fighting For Wacky was on.
Yeah, Trap Grind and Mac Giant Grind, they're not seen as often, but they are pretty standard grinds.
Yeah, the Armadillo grind, I think, is among the strangest and most clever grinds I've seen.
For sure.
Yeah, well, I've got dueling Dark Elves, a grind, and trap test being taken. I would like to thank our restreamer Cubs for bringing us the pictures, Beauty Discovery for pushing all the buttons, our guest roller Alifel for rolling this absolute gem of a seed.
Oh, for sure.
And my co-commentator, Aaron Laura. Been a pleasure tonight.
Yeah, I've been enjoying myself. I hope you've been enjoying it. It's a good seed so far.
I'm curious to see how our two Dark Elf runners handle this once we get to Me Change. If either of them have an hourglass left, because if so, this is over. And that's what Rybon was looking for.
While we're watching everybody here, can I also point out that if you join the Discord, you can get into our various community clubs. Myself, I'm enjoying Solo Scramble.
I haven't personally been enjoying the Bad Ideas Club because bad ideas are fun.
They can be.
Fiery with an hourglass left is going to make the second half of this free. I believe Judge Joe also had one. Hey, wasn't someone saying something earlier about looking for karate? Found him.
Nice. And that's another free one, because we do have Cecil. Ooh, that was a
We're
high
not going to
roll.
see the next kick. Next swing is going to trigger the ouch script. Because the script that sets the ouch is turned on when the kick is cued.
Good XP, I guess, and the pink tail.
Yeah, Rex had to not quite go all the way to nuke because ran out of healing. But is going to be coming to the moon with a lot more firepower than the other runners had.
And he's the only one that knows that Kinazo is not behind the package.
Rybon continuing to grind on traps.
And Rex Banner, I think, is first one here that's going to show us cave value. See who's there.
At level 45 on Rydia, that's at a minimum, that's your third tier elementals. I think that's enough for Quake. Yep.
Do you go check that sand, Ruby?
I'm not leaving the moon. If it's a white mage, so be it.
I think I would at least save and go check it quick, given that your party's not full. The only one that has a full party is Rex.
We got a sparkle up here. Hi, Blarg.
And just a wyvern.
On second, let's not go to K value. It's a silly place. Or we're going to turn the speed all the way down to Wyvern standard time.
You gotta hope that, if you're doing this with Wyvern, that your hook or rat tail is here, or something that leads directly to it.
This cannot be our logical underground access, I believe.
No, but
it's not it's not be unsafe, so it can't be behind the Wyvern.
No, but the magma could be somewhere else logically.
Very true.
And have the hook here, or like I said, the rat tail, both of which are required.
Finding the magma key here will be huge for Rex. That means he would also know the hook has to be up here too. And we do have objective number 3, so that hook's going to be required. I think Rybon just found a big stick.
Yeah, turns out not just good for XP.
So the advantage Rex had from getting all those levels, I think it's just vanished. Rybon has Crystal Avenger. And we know our 6th character. Are we seeing...
Can you believe it?
Rex Banner is summoning Chocobo. You love to see it. So, do you know why Rex is summoning Chocobo here?
I'm not sure.
You're about to find out.
Oh, I thought you meant specifically for Chocobo. Yeah, any summon will get you
Well, yeah, but it's
the
also the
counter.
only summon Regia has right now.
Oh, I guess Rex Banner didn't find the Self Orb,
I don't think
or
Rex
didn't
has
keep
it.
it.
Rybon, coming back for a little bit of revenge on the Dark Elf. Dark Elf is a little allergic to holy swords.
Just a little. That's why he has to be in his own spot away from everybody else with the Mura.
Rex Banner through the Wyvern. Let's see what's in K value.
Just some samurai arrows there.
I'm disappointed in this seed. Those should have been Artemis arrows just for the joke.
I think it's a better joke to have it be the samurai.
I'm always a fan of the boss was gating something that would have been really good against it trick.
Raibon going Crystal Avenger here on Elements. Meanwhile, Judge Show is picking up Iridia.
Better face change on the next swing, or this glare is going to hurt. Okay, gets through that phase. And that glare could be quad 9s on both characters. And now that we're up to Val, you're going to see Crystal Sword Cecil just go burr through this phase.
Now we can find out what's been here at our required altar.
You get
the Magma Key.
Access. What do you think? You found those, you find the Magma Key. Do you clear the remaining moon altars before going underground?
I would. I don't know if that's the best play, but I'd clear it while I'm here so I don't have to come back since I already have the pass.
Very good reason.
Because you are still looking for 2 key items.
That is very true. Val being weak to Holy Swords is probably just a quirk of it's probably just because of all the resistance stuff constantly being changed and someone forgot to turn it back off.
Looks like Judge Joe is also setting up a giant grind here.
Yep, solid pick up the Iridia. And looks like found the encounter, or got the encounter set up.
If this Val does hold something required, So far, Judge Joe has the easiest way through it.
If what does the Val?
Yeah, the Val here, I believe it's the Mura altar.
We're at White Spear, I believe. Rybon has decided, nah, it's a stinky fight. I'm gonna go somewhere else. Fiery also taking traps to try to find some levels or gear. Is this the same Behemoth Rybon got the stick from?
I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, there's 3 of them up here, so... Could be here, could be somewhere else. I didn't see exactly which chest Fiery opened. But we should see that single searcher again on Joe's side, right there, if the Medip was done right. Yep, that's a critical
Attack
sword
from
for Fiery.
behind. That's fun.
Good job by Rybon getting these veils up before the Blarg comes out. And then we just let Cecil do his thing.
Well, just the sword Cecil does go burr. And Rybon's
tears through that Wyvern. I think we're going to reset here after seeing the reward.
Yeah, looks like he wants the experience.
Fair enough.
And Rex Banner resetting out of the Dark Elf.
Yeah, Rex does have a way through that Dark Elf without hourglasses. Radius got stopped. Rybon decides the moon is a silly place. I'm going to go back to the blue planet.
Rex Banner trying to get through to Valvalis.
We know the answer is just do your objectives. Problem is being able to do your objectives.
Have we seen anybody get through the Val here?
I don't believe so.
Because there is still the 2 key items to get that Rat Tail, which is required.
And this giving the hook could be spicy.
It really could. So, where do you want to see Kainazo here? Because I think it'd be entertaining to see him in the second spot of the hook route.
I'm thinking Giant 2, just because no one's going to check there. Elements would be fun, but yeah. And I think that 3500 was also through Elemental Resist.
Rybon's picked up the cane.
Interesting. That may end up being. Well, Rybon is a dwarf axe, I think. That cane may end up being his anchor.
Oh,
Sid may have too many levels to be a good anchor. Plus,
yeah.
you got some good bow and arrows for the guy.
I don't think he picked up. Yeah, he hasn't picked up Edward nor Rydia yet. So you could actually end up saying, I have an anchor, let's get levels on these both.
True.
But we see a Luge into something we don't know yet here in Back Dwarf Council.
Well, we've two of the rudest bosses already out of the pool. It's just Golbez left that's really gonna be trolling, and with these levels from the moon, this underground is going to melt. And Fiery gets through the elements, just burst it down the ruby form. Good job, Fiery Blizzard.
Rex Banner still going up the Valvalis.
And what do we got coming up behind this, Lugia? Something spicy, I hope. Maybe,
Yeah, CPU is fun.
Still don't know who our last character is.
So CPU is nowhere fun, and you just smack right through it here.
Although it is probably cathartic, just smashing a computer.
That's a nice gray gauntlet there.
Yeah, that gauntlet was clearly made of spare CPU parts.
My favorite, of course, is with Demist being the Ghost Gauntlet.
Oh yeah, Spooky Ghost Hand is best hand. No arguments there.
And Luca had the rat tail around her neck all along.
I don't question Dwarven fashion.
I mean, she also has 6 talking dolls that are somewhat sentient. At some point, you just have to accept she might be a little weird.
So she fits it perfectly in the FF4 world, is what you're saying.
Oh, absolutely.
Not a terribly good Feymarch freebie given the party, unless you really want to use that cane. Right.
Looks like Rybon's ready to face the King and Queen here in the Feymarch to find items.
Yep, K-Summon is on, so these, Rex discovering, hey, there was an Avenger on the moon. Hey.
If
found our
Rex
turtle.
finds that just sword, and there's Arcanazo.
So these waves are going to come out fast. Thing is, they don't hit that hard. By the time this wave fires, you're going to be looking at... it may be doing 400 damage.
And Pyre got a rune axe out of that Merle altar. Getting a pan out of that. I think I'd immediately check that. I'm not sure if I would
That's 3 key
take...
item checks that you can go to right now.
Yeah, I'm not sure I would take on
I agree with this.
Octomam and bother with that.
I agree with you completely. That's 3 very free key item checks. I would at least have saved at the bottom and scummed it. And maybe you drop a save in that room and then take the 3.
I mean, you are only looking for 1 key item to be done here.
Right, if this is 3, if all 3 of these are garbage, you could just reset right back to the Octomam. That's why you drop the saves from down there.
But then again, these are most likely you're going to get at least some progression out of them. That Earth Crystal or Tower Key, if not getting your hook.
Rex decides to pick a fight with the Behemoth. I think this is the Crystal Sword Behemoth. And Joe through the grind, getting some free cabins for his trouble.
That's amazing.
Joe got the full grind in and is all the way to nuke. Sheila 1 gives us the other half of Forge.
And you get a coffin. I am a little surprised that neither of the people who have done the Mac Giant have actually gone and looked to see what's at Elements after they're done.
You know, I'm just waiting for that hook to be behind the valve that everyone bounced off of.
Oh, me too.
It's like, yeah, you guys had this all along.
Rebon is going into the sealed cave here, going through all the ropes.
This is nice because it's about a minute to walk down. You can check, you see the key item before you fight the boss.
Yeah, if it's not progression or the hook exactly, you can just reset out.
Yeah. Rex is going to go up to the Stark Club and say, "Hi, look what I found."
Judge is in K value fighting the Wyvern, and Fiery Blizzard is going down. Looks like he's heading to Dwarf Castle. And
Oh,
I would walk out that tower key
you have to
because
walk it out.
it gives you something. And it's only the Dark Imps here. You can get through this.
Yeah, just let Tusk do his thing. They don't have that much HP.
So, of the 6 we've seen so far, what would be your party for Z?
What would you be going with?
Oh, I think I would probably go with... I think Cecil, Yang Sid, Kane, and I'd take Rydia, and I wouldn't anchor with any of them. I'd just let them hit.
That's fair. Alo makes very short work of the Ruby phase of elements, dropping a nuke on it.
And the only bad part about Sealed Cave here is having to take things back out, because in the vanilla game, once again, Kane is betraying you here.
Even in the randomizer, Kane betrays us by preventing us from using exit.
And Rex now getting his Magma Key. Fiery Blizzard about to get...
Yep, watch Mecha Hand crawl away.
He'll get his Rat Tail from Luca after this.
And let's see where Fiery goes. Think Rex is gonna try to take vengeance on this Val?
I hope so, because I really do want to see the hook behind Val.
Ryvon, you dove, found the tower key, going straight to the tower. Follow through on your plays. And finally turning off battle speed 6, which has been on for a minute. Every single person who's played this rando has done that at least once.
Oh, absolutely.
And then you get to your next fight, like, why are my turns taking 1 eternity apiece?
I've even done an entire seed with it set low and not figuring out what's going on.
My game's just broken.
Yeah, pretty much I'm like, it's so slow, but whatever, I just need to get through this. Oh, looks like we have the Alt Gauntlet.
We're going to get to see what's behind this Val.
It's the Earth Crystal, which could hold our hook behind it. That is very interesting. The Cannon Room, normally one of the shortest spots you can find. And you get the all comment.
Yep. 597 HP normally. I think you chase the Earth Crystal. You went through a stinky Valve fight to get it. You chase it.
Yeah, definitely. I will admit that if it was the Octomam holding it the whole time, that it would definitely make things a little interesting. Because that would mean that you could have just done your objectives, gone down, cleared that, and, made your way through to Z.
I don't hate the play of going to grab all the freebies that just opened up. It just was not the play.
No, it was not.
Also, what J items does Ryvon have? Asking for a friend.
I am not sure if he used his big bomb or not.
Because this fight's a problem if you don't have any sort of magical damage. Yeah, kick does nothing to these things. We are going to use the white spear as an item.
Wow. I think a few of them found the dancing knife too earlier, so that could also help, but yeah, ouch.
Very good job. Remember you had that. I completely forgot about the white spear. Here's the thing, Cubs. Do you let Kane get the? Do you say? It might be faster to let Kane get one fight's worth of XP here.
I mean, like I said, there is that Edward and Rydia that you can get. So it's not like you're actually down an anchor.
Yeah, it's not going to sling. This doesn't give that much XP. And do you really want to chop down one tofu 1 HP at a time? Ryvon
Apparently
says yes.
The answer is to take down 2 of them.
Actually, Crystal Sword should pierce their defense, shouldn't it? Yeah.
And Rex Banner going through the Magus Sisters here. Meanwhile, Fiery Blizzard is actually taking on the Octomammoth here. And Rybon's not going to top tower. It's an interesting play.
Yeah, Rybon did save before taking that fight, so if this is nothing, he can just reset and go up to the top. And it looks like Rex is going to go underground. And Fiery will soon be showing us what's behind that Octomam that Rybon left behind. Oh. That is go mode for Rybon.
So we now know the answer.
So the answer was dive sealed cave, get the tower key, and then sit through a gauntlet.
Yep. And even better, you've had that Luca key from the start, and the magma key has been at your objective of the Masa altar all along.
So we'll see what Rybon decides to do here. This may just be go straight to Z. I think I saw an elixir in his inventory, so can at least give Cecil one heal.
I think he's deciding whether or not to do that.
I think we're going to see a grind.
Cracking one egg quick.
Get a few more levels. It may not feel comfortable yet. It might take a few lunar traps. Or Rybon used that siren on an egg. Are we gonna see behemoths? They ended in front of Cave Value. I think this is behemoths.
You remember where the harp was?
Harp was from Demus Turn-In.
Alright. Yeah, I think this seed, if you knew the route, I think it would be half the time easily.
That's true for a lot of seeds. Yeah, Rex Banner making short work of the turtle, and is now on the hunt for the hook.
And Judge Joe finally going underground.
Rex Banner also still has to do dwarf. Also, Rybon, please. Did you see that drop Rybon got from the behemoth?
Yep.
Oh, please, looking up the item drop table.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the rare drop from them.
It's the second most rare drop, so not pink tail level rare, but the one above it. No, that couldn't have been the Admin Armor. That's one tier above. That's one tier less rare than the pink tail. The Admin Armor level rarity drop from these things is Avenger. Fortunately, if you have any questions about things like this, like what's the drops, what's the, what's the rarity of a drop, what drops things, what do you steal from, We have a fantastic wiki for this game that holds all that information. I don't memorize this stuff. Fortunately, Ali, it worked for me. Okay, the wiki is fantastic when the server's not being a butt.
Yeah, that's absolutely true.
And it's something that you hear a lot.
Ready.
Something you hear a lot. You don't need to memorize information, you just need to know where to go find it.
And we're seeing the whale taken over here in order to take the paths up to fight Z.
Yeah, that one poor house in Troya getting crushed again.
And I'm seeing some flags in chat. Looks like people are getting tired or something. Bunch of Z's.
Oh, they might be cheering for Zeromus. You always get those people who cheer for the villain.
Yeah, that is true too. But of course, what it is people are asking, whose butt are we going to kick tonight? Because we have to randomize Zeromus somehow, and we randomize his sprite.
Oh, what kind of sprite are you hoping for?
I'm always a fan of some of the old ones, like Vanilla or Potato Mist.
I'm hoping for a good Nightmare Fuel sprite.
Oh, then you want HD Mist or one of the I Mists or whatever?
Or Zeromus. If you haven't seen that one, it's a treat. And by treat, I mean out my eyes. Also, Rybud's naming. It's a good question. Why look dogs same? No. I said nightmare fuel, not tear-inducing.
I don't know where this one is from.
That is from Mother 3. It's
Not one I have
That's all
played.
I'll say about it.
Fiery Blizzard getting his tower key.
It looks like on Rybud's side, we're just going to see turn loose the Paladin. Everyone else, keep the Paladin standing.
It's a good plan.
Because I'm fairly certain there's an elixir in that inventory, so if the next big bang fires, Yang will be able to shrug it off and just full heal the Cecil.
And Judge Joe getting the spoon from the Octomammoth.
Yeah, there's an elixir in there, so yep, there's a big bang. Yang is enough HP to walk it off. Cecil is enough HP to walk it off. You full heal the Paladin, and that should be all she wrote for this fight.
Rocks fall.
Those rocks cap at 1055.
And nobody
Cecil is
dies.
very safe. We'll see
And
the
that's
fact that
the
he's able.
flashbang.
And Rybon finishes first on restream, first overall, with a time of 1:43.35. And we'll see if Rybon wants to join us. That was a seed.
Yeah, that was a nice one.
So I think the moral of the story is don't make Ali angry and then get a seed rolled.
I think I heard the ding. So hello, Rybon.
Hello, how's it going?
Okay.
It's been entertaining.
What do you think of that seed?
I'm very happy with the seed. I mean, it was challenging in all the right ways. We have to go do the moon. We have to get to an element up at Masamune with. I guess you could have had 5 characters if you really wanted to sit through that package, and if you wanted to take that Edward. But with Spoon off, Edward is utterly useless, and Rydia didn't have an opportunity to grow up, so she wouldn't have learned any decent summons like Asa or anything like that. So yeah, it was a very challenging seed, and I definitely banged my head into the wall a few times, especially in that ribbon room. That Dark Elf was like, oh, I can take this Dark Elf, right? Wait a second. What happens when he changes form? Oh, I die. That's what happens. At that point, I was kind of hoping that I was kicking myself for using that Hourglass 2 I had on the hair dryers, rather than trying to take on the Dark Elf with that, but I had no idea he was down there. But yeah, it was a very fun seed.
Knowing what you do now, how much faster do you think you could get through it?
Knowing what I know now, like exactly where like the Crystal Sword and Avenger were, probably quite a bit faster, about 20 minutes faster.
All right, not bad.
But yeah.
What do you think of the required harp?
I wasn't too excited about required harp, but you know, when it's required and it's last location, you have to do it to get your darkness crystal to eventually find your underground access. I don't hate it too much. What I dislike doing is, you know, having to do the harp or doing the harp, it not having anything, and then I feel like it's just wasted a bunch of time. So no, harp wasn't too bad, and I was happy to at least have grinded up to exit prior to going in there, so I had a little easier time getting out.
I guess when you know everyone has to do it, it doesn't sting as bad.
Yeah, kind of like that alt gauntlet waiting in the tower room where I didn't realize that Crystal Sword Cecil would penetrate the defense on Tofu's, but
yeah,
yeah, hopefully other people have an easier time with that than I did.
Yeah, I'll be honest, that didn't dawn on me either right away, but yeah, they only have 254 defense, so you can hit hard if you can just go straight through.
So is it only a Crystal Sword that can penetrate their defense, or a Spoon maybe?
Spoon, Excal, just anything with enough power. Pierce to 254. Like a Excal will need to high roll a bit. Spoon, it always will. Which makes sense. A Spoon, Tofu should be weak against cutlery.
Sure.
Oh,
I
definitely.
mean, how else do you eat them?
Exactly.
You don't use your fingers?
So
yeah, when I was walking into that tower room, I saw alt gauntlets. I knew Tofu was on the way, and I'm like, I think I have a Thor Rage. Maybe that'll be enough. But nope, it sure as heck wasn't enough.
So you're on the moon. You bounced off a few bosses up there. What was your thoughts when you started taking the traps?
My thoughts were, well, I just wasted a ton of time on that Dark Elf and Ribbon room. I need to spike something from these trap chests in order to have a chance at actually, 1, being able to clear the moon, but 2, having a chance to maybe come out on top tonight. And luckily the Avenger and Crystal Sword showed up, but I think when I did that first trap chest and a Siren showed up, I was quite disappointed.
I can assure you, we in the booth had a good chuckle at that.
Did anyone happen to do, or did you happen to see anyone do the Flame Dog chest before they went to the moon? Was there something in there?
No,
We have not seen anybody even head into Zod at all.
Huh. And 2 people have an Earth Crystal. They just didn't go up there.
Oh.
And neither of them will.
I'm going to go check what's there right now, then. I think I have a save right outside. I'm going to laugh if there was a Crystal Sword just waiting in thought, and we all could have had it.
That would be entertaining.
There were a few people in chat calling for the doggo check.
Well, you know, you have to give the people what they want.
Always do the jalapeno puppy.
How was the moon for everyone else? Yeah, I assume they had difficulty just like I did.
Yeah, there was just very little power. Everyone checked the boss immediately, bounced off the Dark Elf. Except Rex Banner. Rex Banner decided to do a Mac Giant grind.
He picked up the Rydia and decided to do that instead.
Did he fling Rydia all the way to nuke?
No, he ran out of curatives before he could get there.
Bummer. And yeah, I guess we didn't really have any giant defensive gear like Zeus Gauntlet that showed up, so... a bold play, though. I haven't seen a Mac Giant grind in quite a while.
Oh, did you beat the dog already?
I did. It had a ninja hat, so... Nothing too amazing.
Yep.
But yeah, from what I understand, this flag set is kind of like... Not a relic per se, but it is a historic flag set that people played quite a while ago.
Yeah, it is a throwback.
I can definitely see why people enjoyed it back then, because it's a really fun flag set. Very challenging, and it takes a lot of game knowledge to try to get through some of these challenges. So, big fan of it.
There is a parking ticket on your whale.
I mean, where did this Enterprise even come from? I came here in the whale. It just randomly
appeared.
About
Don't worry about it.
This is like a plot hole, I understand.
Remote control.
Okay. I can buy that. The Enterprise is controlled by an AI, ChatGPT or something like that.
Which drives the Enterprise?
Oh god, that would be amazing.
I mean, Twitch plays for Enterprise would be fun. Anyway, that's pretty much all my thoughts on the seed. You guys have any questions or anything you want to know?
I think I asked what I wanted to, mostly about the moon and that start, which... That's what, you start with the Cecil. How quick... That's what, you start with that Cecil. How quickly are you thinking, I want to get up Ordeals?
Depends on who the partner is. I mean, if it is, Sid, probably not very quickly with that wooden hammer that he starts with. But definitely want to get up as quickly as possible. And actually, I think I kind of lucked through that back attack plague because it was a rather rough fight that I wasn't exactly expecting.
I will say this. You were the only runner on Restream to get through it first try.
Well, I just lucked into that one, thankfully. After Plague reflected too fast on himself, I was wondering if he was going to be too fast for the count to actually count him down, but turns out he actually will die, so good to know.
Well, thank you for the interview, and GG's again.
Okay, thanks a lot. Thanks all four of you for putting on the restream tonight, and looking forward to more of this flag set coming up for the next week and a half. But yeah, y'all have a good night. Talk to you later.
You too.
Good night.
Looks like Judge Joe had to forfeit. Hopefully everything's all right on his end.
Could be on a number of things. People could be on a number of things. Yeah.
Looks like Fiery Blizzard has gotten through the tower here.
Yep.
And Rex Banner's getting the rat tail.
Fiery is about to get the hook and be in go mode as well.
It's going to be close between the two of them.
We'll see if either one decides they want to take a grind before this. I'm not sure what our levels look like. I think Rex may have more levels and might be ready to just go. Fiery might take a bit of a grind yet.
I do see Rex has a Siren, so that's always an option for go scramble an egg quick.
Rex took that grind earlier, so it has levels, and Riddy's got nuke. I'm not sure what more you need. You got nuke on a stick, nuke on a small child.
Looks like Fiery, at least, is going straight to Z.
Fiery's going for it, as is Rex.
It's going to be nearly the same entry time.
Yeah. Rex a handful of rolls and nuke on Riddy, so we'll have more firepower. Both of our runners about to pull Zeromus. Yeah, I would like to give one last shout out to, or before these fights start, I would give one last shout out to Cubs Rule for bringing us pictures. Beauty Discovery for pushing all the buttons, a lot of buttons today. My comic book founder Aaron Lore, and our 4 runners, Rex Mary, Judge Joe, Fiery Blizzard, and Rybon, for putting on one heck of a show for you, for everyone.
Yeah, I was tracking it. It looks like about 7 to 8 seconds difference for entering the fight. So we'll see how well they both do here.
And we will reveal Maskimus. Both runners getting the... Oh, where did Fiery find a Bacchus wine?
I know I saw it, but I'm not sure where it came from.
Rex is going to be supplementing the Avenger swings with nukes from Rydia. A great target for counter nukes on both runners' side. On Rex's side, hitting someone who could easily walk it off, and on Fiery's side, hitting the anchor.
Fiery is basically relying on Cecil here, it seems.
I think the Yang is Zerk too. I saw Bacchus get drunk.
But I think Rex Banner, is using nuke too.
Yeah,
doing
nuke to supplement the
extra
swings. And that Rydia's got gear, so these nukes are going to be hitting hard.
Definitely.
I know I saw Stardust Rod. I think I saw like a black shirt on there.
I don't think it was very garbagey at all. It was exactly the right amount.
This direct nuke is going to be an attempt to nerf the upcoming Big Bang, but doesn't nerf, which means Rex is tipped into Meteo. That nuke was the tip.
And there's the crack bang. Rex Banner has finished. I don't think Fiery Blizzard's very far behind.
Fire Blizzard rocks as well with a fully healed Cecil, so we'll be able to just Zircon through the last 12,000. Or
And
last
that's
4,000.
the end of it. Get your GG's out, Fiery Blizzard, as well.
And let's see if the two of them want to join us. Yeah, we were joined by Rex Banner. GG's, Rex.
Evening.
So, we saw you were the only runner on Restream to immediately go pay Ordeals a visit. Now, what was the thinking behind that?
That was, Melissa said in chat before that no one would rush our deals, and I told her I will do it with 2 people. So, I went and did it.
And how much? What do you think of that back attack?
Sorry.
It's all right.
Yeah, it was definitely interesting. Most everybody else seems to have bounced off it like you did.
Okay, sorry about that. I just had some background noise.
No problem.
And we asked was, what were your thoughts on that back attack?
Rude, but doable. It just took me a little bit to plan it out. A couple attempts to just come up with a plan of attack and make it work. So, but rude.
Knowing who was available, do you regret heading straight up there with the two, or do you think it was still a good idea?
I don't regret it. It worked out with with what I had. Like, would have been easier to set up, sure, with Iridia, but I honestly, up until I found the darkness, I didn't want either Iridia or Ed. So I still wouldn't have taken them and still would have been stuck with those same 2. But unfortunately, the Seed just wanted to force Iridia and Ed upon me.
Well, Rydia was useful towards the end.
Yeah, I didn't get quite as many Mac Giants as I hoped, but when I burned all my hourglasses, I sort of realized that I didn't have a very good way to end the alert. So I had to sort of guess when it was time to start bonking it with Sid and hope I guessed right. I guessed wrong.
Yeah,
Oh,
that happens.
that's what ended. I thought you were just running low on healing and I'm done.
No, it was more just trying to guess about when it was safe to start hitting it, so that when I got around the number, it would be done. Because life potions, we had a limited supply of them.
True. So what did you think of the TNS flags?
I love them. Like, I'm someone though that I like the harder flags. I like the K unsafe. I like the T Pro with the S cabins, so you sort of just gotta find and take what you get. You don't have a good choice of everything. So I had a lot of fun with them. So yeah, these are sort of the flags I like. I haven't played since the last tournament and happened to look at the flags today, and it was like, ooh, this I have to join in for.
Oh, you played it well.
Yeah, you entered Zeromus after Fiery, but came out ahead.
I don't know how many people found that crystal sword, but that was a really nice find after the Avenger.
I think everyone found it.
Yeah, everyone
Oh.
on stream found it.
Okay, so everyone was on the same sort of hunt. They needed something.
Yeah, and the Avenger crystal were kind of in the most accessible chests.
Yeah. I was really worried I was going to get one of the dragon chests because there was no way I was getting through those with that team.
So
No,
some of the other runners had Kane as their anchor.
those monsters! How dare they do that to Best Boy?
Do you have any other thoughts about the seed?
It was a lot of fun. GG's to all the folks that participated in it. It was definitely a challenging one, but I enjoyed it and look forward to it. I might have to see if I can make the one on Friday as well. I'd like to thank you folks for the commentary. Thanks for the tracking. I missed who was on that. Beauty and Discovery, so thank you. Thank you, Cubs, for the restream. Thanks to Ali for rolling this wonderful seed for us. And yeah, thanks to everyone that showed up to watch. It was a lot of fun, and look forward to doing it again.
Well, GG's again, and hope you get to race it Friday like you want to.
Alrighty, you folks have a good evening, and we'll hopefully see you again.
And we were joined by Fiery Blizzard.
GG's.
How are you guys doing?
Oh, good. We had a good time watching everybody.
Yeah, that was a fun seed.
So, I like Harp. Do you like Harp?
I don't mind Harp, and I especially don't mind it when it's Magus theme or Battle with Magus. So that was fun. I was if I got if I didn't get the crystal armor from Baron Basement, and if I didn't exactly have Dark Elf at Ribbon Room, I'd probably go trap hunting before taking on Ribbon Room. But being able to essentially, I mean, Dark Elf wasn't going to be a problem because I had hourglasses and I wasn't going to get piggied on Cecil. So it's like, I will eventually get through this 10 minutes later, but I will get through it.
Yeah. So, what did you think of the back attack plague?
I was confused because I thought I had a setup where I could, get the reflect kill and then it casts fast. And then I did the exact same thing and got it that time. I was just like, okay, sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I swear plague is dark magic there.
Yeah, I'm glad I picked up that kamikaze from somewhere because it came in it came in useful there. Glad I kept that blizzard for elements at Masa as well. So I think it was like the second time I was looking at my damage, I'm like, I'm doing 14k to Ruby or to elements before changing into Ruby, and I have a blizzard. So I should be able to skip this fight and eventually cooperated.
Yeah.
I'm just glad I was waiting after that all gauntlet to not give me anything. And then being like,
Yes.
oh yeah, you have to go back to the moon and either take that wyvern at K value or you're going to be doing that Val. It's like, please don't.
No, it turns out, check your freebies, do your objectives.
Yeah, I mean, I was not surprised to see the all gauntlet super cannon room. It seems to live there if you haven't seen it by the time you get down to the underground, especially if you don't have any AoE. So, but I mean, this was sort of, we see that DKC come up, and we're just like, okay, we know this seed's gonna go. And it turned out that's not exactly how the seed went. I was looting in the tower for a trap chest because the traps down there actually have a very good chance of getting a tier 5 item, and I was looking exactly for a Bacchus wine. So pulling that out from the second trap that I took was very nice. Because I'm just like, now I don't really have to worry about Zeromus, because as I was walking up the tower, I'm just like, I have no healing. I have no Zergcaster. How am I doing this?
Yeah, no. We only saw 6 of the 7 on stream ourselves, so we don't know who the 7th would have been.
Yeah, and because we don't have shops, you can't tell by cure 3s either. Normally you'd be able to tell if you get a bunch of cure, if you get a couple shops with cure 3s in them, there's no white mage. But in this case, it's all cabins.
Yep. Do you have any other thoughts about the stream? Or the seed?
It's fun. I mean, it was sort of as advertised, I feel. T-Pro as cabins definitely hit. I wish I remembered I had hourglasses when I was going through Evelyn. That was kind of funny going through the Staleman chest looking for the hourglass 2 that I picked up and being like, oh, we started with 3 of them. Wait a minute, Joe said something about this in the race room. And just feeling kind of silly at that point. But no, I mean, I enjoyed it. It was pretty much what we wanted. K unsafe definitely hit. And thankfully not behind that Val or behind that Wyvern, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed watching it. It looked like Rex and I definitely put on a good race, it seems like, with how close our times were. So.
Yeah, you entered barely seconds apart.
That was good. But I'm glad. Thank you so much for commentating, Dave and Eleanor, of course. Beauty, I believe, is tracking Cubs for restreaming and probably watching baseball. So I hope everyone has a good night.
You too.
Hey, that will do it for us here tonight. It was a fantastic race to watch, and 4 very skilled runners showing us how it's done.
Looks like we'll be heading into Elven Sorrow after the stream is over here, and our next stream will be on Friday on Free Enterprise 2.
It'll be a run back of this very flag set.
If you have not yet, make sure to join our Discord and check out our clubs.